Hello, everyone. Welcome to Meet an Entrepreneur. My name is Deborah. I'll be your host on this show. And today we have a very special guest. Before I introduce him, we will have a commercial. Just after the commercial, I'll be able to bring my special guest to you guys.
Are you a busy woman on a budget? Do you like jewelry? Do you like fashion? I am a fashion jewelry consultant. My name is Desiree. I am the owner of Women Are Rubies. And what we do, we sell some amazing $5 ready to wear jewelry sets. It's almost the holidays, ladies. It's almost the holidays, gents. And you want to make sure that you treat your special lady or your special person in your life right. So please contact me on Facebook. Women are I am on Facebook. Sorry, Women Are Rubies. You can find me on Facebook, Women Are Rubies, or I do have a website, womenarerubies.com. My phone number is 469-855-5432. Thank you.
Wow, that was our commercial. Make sure you get in touch with her. And like I said at the beginning, now I'm going to bring our special guest for today's show. Hello, Bosun.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Welcome to Meet an Entrepreneur. So tell us who you are.
My name is Bosun Babalola, and I am um, an entrepreneur, and um, I also in school for um, a doctorate program. I'm finishing up my dissertation in business administration, computer information security. Um, I live in Omaha, Nebraska, um, and it's a pleasure for me to be on your lovely show. Uh,
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for being on this show. That's a lot. You're involved in a lot of things. So tell me, how did you get started? Like, how were you introduced to that field in which you are?
the few, it's. I had a friend who was very good in computers when I was in college, during my undergrad, and watching what he does with computers and how he does it drew my attention to computers, and and that initial connection um, um, inspired me to start taking computer classes, and gradually I started getting more involved with technology, and I got my bachelor's degree in computer information systems, e-commerce, um,
Mm-hmm,
um, and I got a master's in organizational management and information technology,
mm-hmm,
and I progressed with the doctorate program in business administration, computer information security. But the initial passion came from a friend of mine that was doing very, very attractive or remarkable things with computers, and I wanted to be able to, do what it was doing, and I wanted to be able to use computers to make a difference in the life of people.
mm-hmm. Wow, you wanted to use computer to make a difference in the life of people.
Yes.
How can computer, I mean, this might seem like a silly question, we know the era in which we are now, but like what kind of difference specifically did you want to make in people's life using computers?
Well, computers can be used in making life um, um, more convenient, um, in the way people earn an income, in the way people do their business,
Mhm.
in the way people request a service, if they want to get something done, and in the way people um, provide services, in the way people connect, in the way people socialize. And those are just some of the examples of um, what technology has brought um, to modern civilization.
Mhm.
And I wanted to use um, technology to be able to um, be financially um, beneficial for people,
Mhm.
and and that was part of the drive, so
Wow,
that's
that's impressive. So tell me, it says you're a systems analyst, an author, and a founder of a mobile app.
out out yep, it's a mobile app called I'll Tip. And
Okay.
yes.
So can
uh,
you please tell me about first what a systems analyst is?
well it's a systems analyst is somebody who works on different areas of computers, to
Mm-hmm.
be able to solve problems
Mm-hmm.
that end users or users, which end users are the customers, um, have with computers. So my job as a systems analyst or field engineer is to be able to um, be the guy that, if there's a software problem, if there's when we talk about a software problem, maybe your computer application for your work is not working, there's some kind of problem with it. Maybe you cannot open it, maybe you cannot perform some specific action. um, my job will be to analyze it and find a solution. Um, with hardware issues, um, my job will be to be able to look at what's physically wrong with the device and to be able to solve that problem. Um,
Wow.
and in networking issues. So my job as a system analyst is to be able to analyze the user's problem and to be able to solve that problem.
Interesting. And you are also an author of a book?
Yes, I am. This is a book that I just recently published. The name of the book is called From the Emptiness, the Austere Time of the Crystal. And I, I started writing this book um, about 15 years ago. And we just published, republished or did a revised version of a publication of the book.
15 years ago?
Yes, we started writing. I started writing the book about 15 years ago. So
What's
it's
the
been
story behind it? Like,
and the story behind the book is, it's a fictional um, sorcery book, fantasy,
mm,
and has to do. There's a little bit of a Greek mythology. Um, when we talk about Greek mythology, you're talking about Zeus and Hades and Poseidon, all those Greek gods. And the storyline with the book From the Emptiness started when um, Zeus and Hades were still brothers, and they were still together, and they were not adversaries, or they were not fighting against themselves. So it started with the relationship between Zeus and Hades when they were friends, and how their differences started.
So where can we go to find the book?
You can buy the book on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes, you can buy the book, Barnes and Nobles. The book is available on multiple bookstores online.
Mhm. And it's from the emptiness.
From the Emptiness, the austere time of the crystal.
Okay, that's amazing. Now tell me about the mobile app.
Well, the mobile app is um, uh, an application that um, connects people, but it connects people in a way whereby people can um, provide a service. If you have a skill, a talent, or business, so you can provide a service and you can earn some income. Um, Also, as a customer,
Mm-hmm.
you can request services on the mobile app, and you can connect, like a social media on the mobile app. Um, so those are the basic niche of what the app does. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we are also currently working on implementing uh, 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 um, a new feature that can help uh, uh, the customers or the users to capitalize on or make profit from the sales of their data. And that's something that we are incorporating on the app.
All right. So we have some comments here from Tumi, smart entrepreneur, and he is encouraging our viewers to get the book. And from the emptiness, what was the
Yes,
title again?
the austere time of the crystal.
And you can find it in local stores. You can find it on Amazon. It's online. Type his name and you'll be able to find it. And also, tell me about your entrepreneurial lifestyle. Like, I know you have a passion for technology.
Yes.
And to you, what is an entrepreneur and how did you get on this path?
To me, uh, entrepreneur for me started with the passion to be able to solve a problem. Um, and because I personally struggled with that same problem. And the common denominator with that I can say, well, what the core of the problem was a financial problem. Um, uh, Living from paycheck to paycheck, and and to be able to find a solution to help people earn some extra income. We've seen that with um, multiple new mobile apps out there, like Uber,
Mm-hmm.
providing a platform for people to register as cab drivers, to provide a service and earn an income. But platforms like Uber was restricted to driving. And so I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to create something that was more robust, and has different options of services that a user or a business owner can
Mhm.
connect and request a service and provide a service.
Mhm.
And that's where the concept and the entrepreneur drive came from.
Wow, you said something very important that most people don't really understand. You said an entrepreneur is someone that is solving problems, right? That's
Yes.
very important, and I would like to stress on that too. I mean, anyone watching, yes, an entrepreneur is someone that is able to identify a problem in the community and bring solutions to solve those problems. So, I mean, you got it right. Thank you so much for saying that. And I mean, that's what an entrepreneur is. So, I know this mobile app, you're still working on it. Now, tell me, is it something that we will be able to, in the future, maybe have this interview on it?
Yes. The goal is the app is out there for users to download. Um, um,
We have
but
another comment. We have a lot of people watching right now. So I'm just going to broadcast the comments as we get them. Thank you so much, Michael.
yeah.
Yes, go
So
ahead, please.
the app is out there for people to download. Um, what we're doing currently is we are upgrading the interface of the app um, to make it more user friendly and more
Mhm.
easy for users to engage with the app. Um, but yes, the app is out there on the Google and the Apple Play Store.
Mhm.
The OutTip, you can go to www.outtip.com
Mhm.
to also download the app.
Can
Um,
you tell me? Yes, go ahead. Finish your thoughts
no, I'm done. Thank you.
about the name of the app. Where does it come from?
The name OutTip is, when you go to a bar or a restaurant,
Mhm.
um, you,
Mm,
you tip them
right.
with something extra and to help them financially or to compensate them for their service. So that's where the concept came from. The concept, I'll tip you. So it's like you're tipping people for their services.
Mhm.
You're tipping people for their skills. You're tipping people for their talent. You're tipping people for the services or the help that they provide to you.
Mhm. Wow, that's very interesting. So tell me, what was it like growing up?
Um, I grew up in in a five family household, where I had my father and my mother, and I have two brothers. And my parents were civil servants. My parents worked for the government, and it was well cultured household. Um, my parents were very um, we were disciplinarians,
Mhm.
but my parents um, were had the fear of God in them, so they were able to bring up uh, structure my upbringing and the upbringing of my brothers to have the fear of God in us,
Mhm.
um, in in um, in the way we live our lives. Um, you know, and my parents um, were were very God fearing people, and it was a family, and my parents are still together. they've been married for about 35 years.
Those
So
are real people.
yeah, so so
And you seem really emotional talking about your upbringing, your family, and your parents. Why is that?
uh, you know, in today's world, you know, I believe people who are able to be together as a family, uh,
Mhm,
or be together as a couple or as a partner for
mhm.
that long is a blessing. And
Absolutely.
I feel blessed that they or I came from such a family where both my parents are still together.
So tell me about your doctorate degree. Like, why that why are you pursuing higher education?
Um, Thank you for asking me that question. Um, when I finished my master's degree,
Mhm,
um, I got a job, and I felt there should be more that I can give,
mhm,
or I felt like I had the passion to um, learn more.
mhm,
And I've always been, obviously, I have the passion for computers.
mhm,
So I found a program that got my attention, which was in computer information security.
mhm.
And I was accepted to the program. And what is unique about the whole process um, with this doctorate program is the research, to be able to um, learn a lot about the field of computer and technology,
Mhm.
um, and to be able to take that knowledge and to be able to implement it in my uh, 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 business and in my career. Uh, One key thing about the the major in my PhD is the privacy of people's information.
Mhm.
Uh, and the more I learned about it, um, the more I became aware of how people's privacy uh,
Mhm.
are vulnerable,
Mhm.
and how um, people are not aware of how the type of vulnerability that their data or their privacy uh, uh, um, and the type of risk that
You
they put.
know, you're touching a very interesting point here. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will talk about that privacy and everything that you can teach people, educate people on. We will talk about it. And we
Okay.
have a very interesting comment on what you said earlier. I guess we will broadcast that comment when we come back. Um, those watching, don't go away. We have a special lady here, and she is sponsoring this show right now. I'm going to bring her to the screen. Hello, Desiree.
Hello, Deborah. Thanks again for the opportunity here to speak to your audience.
You're
My name
welcome.
is Desiree. I am the owner of Women Are Rubies, and I am going to ask you two questions. Are you in the season of your life where you want to change your style? Do you like fashion jewelry? Well, look no further. I am your girl. I sell some amazing $5 ready to wear jewelry sets. And I think you should take a look at it. My website is www.womenarerubies.com. And I also go live every week on Facebook. You can find me under Desiree War or just Women Are Rubies. And I mean the holidays are coming up, ladies or gents. So you want to make sure that you treat the special person in your life with a special gift. And I think that jewelry is a great start, especially when it's affordable, it's very good quality, and it's nickel and lead free, meaning that you will not have any allergies with my jewelry. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Desiree. So do you have some samples?
Actually, I am wearing one.
Oh
So I
wow,
am
that's a
modeling for
beautiful
you.
piece.
Yes, I am modeling for you a very nice gold necklace here. So
Mm-hmm.
you see the teardrops. I love the fringes here.
Yes.
I love those earrings. You see the
Mm-hmm.
earrings. So
Very
everything,
beautiful.
it's thank you. So you look those hoops, you see the rhinestones, and it's five
Mm-hmm.
dollars a piece. I mean, you cannot go wrong with $5. Ladies,
Exactly. So
try
shout
it.
out to Women Are Rubies, www.womenarerubies.com. And this is Desiree. And get in touch with her. She is sponsoring this event right now. Thank you, Desiree. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Like we said, today we have a very special guest, and I'm going to bring him back. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
So, before we went on break, we had you talk to us a little bit about your upbringing, about your parents, how influential they were, and how influential they're still. And we have a very interesting comment. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, parents are influential. Never met a successful person not talk about their parent. That's very true. I hope people understand this responsibility. Yes, thank you so much to me for that comment. Wow. Yeah, like when I talk to different entrepreneurs and I ask about their upbringing, most of them, the parents have a special like influence on them, and that is absolutely true. So before we went on break, once again, you started telling us about the privacy with the internet and what people don't know about.
Yes.
Can
So
you please elaborate a little bit more?
thank you. So with when you're online, um, um, I guess it's not a lot of people already know this, that you are being tracked online. Um, any information you give out, or your engagement as a whole is being tracked, and your information, which is your data, is being collected. So any information and anything you do online, or any action you take online, collects or converts into information. And that information is being collected, and it's stored, and it's also used. So there are three things that your actions online are being used for,
Mm-hmm.
or the people, or the internet
Mm-hmm.
does with the things you do it online. They collect your information, they store your information, and they use your information. And your information can be used to for understanding you better, predicting your actions. Your information can also be sold. So that's the reason why when you are online and you don't want your information or your action to be collected, stored, or sold, I would advise you not to use the internet. But if you're going to use the internet and you don't want your information to be collected, stored, or sold.
You know, I'm going to stop right there. It's very funny, like in this era, to advise people not to use the internet just for privacy reasons.
If you're nervous, and let me clarify, if you're nervous of the type of information you want to disperse or collect, or if you're nervous of the type of actions you're doing online, then don't go online. What I'm saying here is that there's privacy. It's at its all-time low. Um, my point here is when you do something online, they can always find that information or they can always find it. So if you want to do something and you don't want somebody to be able to retrieve it, then you have to guard that information by using or going a different route. Um, and this is where we are today with privacy. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have also heard about security encryptions or Norton security, semantic, AVG, all those encryptions that can protect your information or your bank account or all that stuff. Yes, those security encryptions are very good to a very certain extent, but they're never, and I don't believe there is anything that is 100% secured in all the security encryptions that are out there. Um, I'm not saying that the financial institutions are not doing a good job in protecting your financial data or your financial information. All I'm saying to you is that there's the risk of privacy or the vulnerability of your privacy is very high in today's technology advanced age.
So tell me about data usage. How can you profit from data usage through data trading?
Yes. So there's people know about big tech companies, you know, all the big tech companies that you can think about, the majority of their profits from their applications or apps comes from the selling of data. What they do is they collect, they store, and they use your information that they've collected and stored. And when they use it, they can either sell it to big companies for advertising, or they can all use your information that they've collected as a predictive analysis to be able to predict your actions, know what you like, know what you want to buy, know what you're interested in. Because when they know these things, they know what to sell you.
So is that why as soon as you Google something, you start seeing those things in your feed on Facebook?
Yes, it's what they call data mining. So a lot of people, I'm sure they are aware of this information. Um, but the you mentioned one aspect earlier, trading data. The data trading aspect is something that is not very popular yet. And we believe, or studies show, that if your data is being sold, it's only fair for you to also share from the profit of your data. But when these companies sell your data, they are not giving you part of the profit they made. But that data is your data, it's your information. So I believe that soon a disruption will come and people will become aware of the fact that they, as users, they, as customers, can also profit from their data rather than the big tech companies just taking all the profits that is for the customer for themselves alone. That profit would now be distributed, and the customer can also financially benefit from the sales of their data.
What's your solution then?
My solution to exactly what specifically?
Your solution to the people, like how can we make sure as users to also profit from that?
First of all, I think creating awareness and having conversations like this is the first step. When people become knowledgeable about how and what their data is being used from, people will now take charge and control of if they want their data to be sold or not. And if they allow their data to be sold, people will now say, if you sell my data, you have to pay me for it too.
That makes sense.
Yes, because it's your data, it's not their data. It's when somebody comes to your house and takes something to you that belongs to you and sells it. Are they not supposed to pay you some part of the money?
That can only be fair.
That's only fair.
Wow, wow. This is very interesting. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the app.
Thank you.
Oops, I was muted. That was our little break. You guys know the what's going on nowadays, COVID-19, and it's very important that we protect ourselves and follow the CDC recommendations. But what are the other stuff that we can do? So that was EnviroShield of GenPro. If you have any questions, get in touch with us and get in touch with GenPro to see how more you can protect your customers, how you can protect your household with the EnviroShield product. Let me bring back our special guest today. Welcome back.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, I can't.
Still not? Can you hear me now? Uh-oh, we're having some technology issues
I can't
here.
hear you.
Okay, give me just a second here. All right, can you hear me now?
No,
It
I could
seems,
hear the commercial, but I couldn't. I can't still hear you.
it
So
seems
I
like
don't.
we're
I'm not too
having
sure
some
what's going on.
connection issues
Um,
here. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me now?
yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yes, we have some issues here.
It's,
I can hear you too.
I can hear
So
you.
are we good?
Yeah, but it's a little staticky. But
Oh,
that's
it's static.
a little staticky. But I think it's better.
All right, so we'll continue with where we um, took a break at. So we were talking about how can viewers benefit or profit from the data sharing.
Yes, and um, like um, like I said, um, the first thing is awareness. Having conversations that creates this information or knowledge of how um, and what people are doing with your data. I think that's the information. That's the first key thing to be able to um, uh, uh, um, have these conversations, and um, the conversations will create the awareness, and people will be the judge. People will be the judge and decide and say, is it fair for uh, my data to be sold and traded and not I don't profit from it? Or is it okay for you to take what belongs to me and you make a whole lot of money from it and I don't get anything? And if you're gonna do that, let me decide if I want to give you my data or my information or not. Um, but I must say this: um, you can begin to take control of that right now. The challenge is when you use a platform or an application, there's what they call disclaimers and privacy policies. And those disclaimers and privacy policies are well written and well structured, um, that um, um, protects uh, the application owners, um, but it also is well structured in a way that um, allows you to give up the rights of your information and your data. Uh, so it's important that when you use any platform or technology device online, that you're cognizant of the disclaimers and the privacy policies. Uh, um, and part of the challenges that a lot of people or users have is that allows them to be vulnerable to giving up their privacy or information is because the tool, say, if you're on a platform, if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, for example, or if you're on any platform online, you you are deciding, you are picking between, do I give up the rights of my privacy and information for using this tool, you know so the developers of these platforms or the owners of these platforms and tool put you in a position where you either pick between uh, using their platform and giving up the rights of your privacy, or not using their platform at all. If you don't want to use their platform, then your privacy is safe in your hands. So when you use their platforms, you give up the rights to their privacy, to your privacy. But when we begin to have this type of conversations, um, uh, uh, um, there will be more fairness in how um, privacy data, and your information and your security of your information, how it's being used and what it's being used for, and if you're getting paid for it or if you're profiting from it or not. But I think the first thing is to be able to continue to have this type of conversations. Um, and I think that will make a difference.
Wow, very interesting and very educational. So the key is to be aware and
Yes,
know about the privacy, the disclaimers, and also the data collection. What is it used for? It is shared, it is, I mean, people can do anything about it, anything with it. So be aware and get in touch with knowledgeable people like Bosun.
so yeah.
Yes, and then he'll be able to tell you more. And conversations like this, that's the number one reason why we have them. Now, do you have any last comment for our viewers?
Um, I would say stay safe out there. Um, um, and hopefully you're going to have me here again. Um, 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 I'm looking forward to coming back on your show. Um, you can go and download the Tip app. I apostrophe LLTIP. Um, we are working on a major upgrade, and we'll be uh, um, launching that upgrade of the app before the end of the year. And uh, God bless.
Like he said, I was muted, yes. Go and download the app, and they have a good surprise coming up. We just have a comment here from Peace, Precious One. Very educative and informational. Thanks for bringing this to your viewers. Thank you so much for watching. And thanks to everyone that tuned in today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our sponsors. We have Desiree with Women Are Rubies, Pro with Tumi Oluyole. Thank you so much. And until next, stay safe and warm. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.